Hi, I'm Julia, Reference Librarian at McAllen Public Library. Welcome to the Virtual Traveler, where we'll be exploring the world using Google Street View. Be sure to stay tuned after the tour for some library book recommendations. Today we'll be visiting Athens, Greece, the home of Greek mythology, the birthplace of democracy, and one of the world's oldest cities. If you're a high school student in McAllen, you're probably at least a little bit familiar with Greek history through Edith Hamilton's book Mythology, which you can check out at the library or on our ebook app. Humans have inhabited Athens since somewhere between the 11th and 7th centuries BC, making it one of the oldest cities in the world. It's been continuously inhabited by humans for at least 5,000 years. Before the classical period that we all think of when we imagine ancient Greece, Athens was actually an important center for the Mycenaean civilization around 1400 BC. The Acropolis, which we'll discuss more in a moment, was the site of a major Mycenaean fortress. During the classical period of ancient Greece, which was from 480 to 323 BC, Athens was a major urban center. It was a center for the arts, learning, and philosophy, and was the home of Plato, Aristotle, Socrates, Sophocles, Pericles, Herodotus, Hippocrates, and many other philosophers, writers, scholars, and politicians of the ancient world. Although it's a Eurocentric term, which I think is kind of problematic, Athens is sometimes referred to as the cradle of Western civilization, because of the impact of its achievements on the rest of Europe during this time. It used to be thought that the city of Athens took its name from the Greek goddess Athena, but modern scholars now agree it's the opposite, that the goddess Athena, goddess of wisdom, took her name from the city. Athens' most famous historical site is the Acropolis, which is the ancient rocky citadel above the city that includes the Parthenon, the Temple of Nike, the Propylaea, and the Erechtheion. The word Acropolis, which comes from the Greek words akron, meaning highest point, and polis, meaning city. The Acropolis in Athens is called this because it is located on a rocky outcrop above the city. Although the hill was inhabited as far back as the 4th millennium BC, it was Pericles in the 5th century BC who oversaw construction of the site's most important buildings. The word Parthenon actually means an unmarried woman's apartments, but the Parthenon on the Acropolis is actually the temple of Athena, the patron goddess of the city. Unfortunately, the sites were greatly damaged in 1687 by the Venetians during the Morean War, when gunpowder stored in the Parthenon by the Ottomans was hit by a cannonball and exploded. In 1975, a major restoration project of the entire Acropolis began and continued for decades until 2010. Much of the destruction from past military use and pollution was repaired. This was Julia, and thank you for watching. Be sure to follow MPL Adults on Facebook and McAllen Public Library on YouTube, and don't miss any of our virtual programs.